The basic unit of all living organisms is the cell. Most cells are not visible to the naked eye and have to be viewed under a microscope. Upon examination, it is clear that both plant and animal cells have many features in common. Both animal and plant cells have a nucleus, a cell membrane, cytoplasm, and several other organelles in common. In addition, plant cells have a cell wall, large vacuoles, and chlorophyll. The learning outcomes for this podcast. After this podcast, you will be able to draw and label a plant and animal cell, explain the functions of the parts of the plant and animal cells, and to define osmosis. You have two tasks to complete in this slide. Task 1. You have 5 minutes to draw and label the animal cell. The diagram is to include the cytoplasm, mitochondria, cell membrane, and nucleus. Task 2. You have 5 minutes to draw and label the plant cell, which includes the cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, chloroplast, vacuole, and cell wall. Now we're going to have a look at the differences between the plant and animal cells. Plant cells have a cell wall, has chloroplast, has chlorophyll, has a large vacuole. Animal cells have no cell wall, no chloroplast, no chlorophyll, or no vacuole. Parts of the animal cell. We're going to take a look at the cell membrane first. Cell membrane. All membranes in and around a cell have the same structure. As you can see from the diagram, the cell membrane are made of a double layer of phospholipid. Proteins are embedded in the phospholipid. The functions of the membrane include 1. Retention of liquid content. 2. Recognition of molecules. 3. Controls what passes in and out through the membrane. The nucleus. The nucleus contains a specific number of chromosomes. Chromosomes are made of protein and DNA. The function of the nucleus is very important. It controls the cell. The cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is the area in the cell surrounding the nucleus. It contains many cell organelles such as the mitochondria. As the cell organelles are removed from the cytoplasm, the remaining liquid is called cytosol. The cytosol is the liquid part of the cytoplasm. Mitochondria. A double membrane surrounds each mitochondria, showing many enfoldings, as seen in the diagram. Respiration takes place in the mitochondria. This means that the mitochondria supplies energy to the cell. Recapping questions to see if you're listening. In pairs, working with the person beside you, answer the following questions. What is the function of the cell membrane? 2. What is the cytosol? 3. What is the function of the nucleus? Parts of the animal cell. Cell wall. Plant cells are surrounded by a cell wall. The cell wall is made of cellulose. The cell wall gives strength to the plant cell, and inside the cell wall is the cell membrane. Vacuole. Many plant cells have a large vacuole. It contains a liquid called cell sap. The vacuole gives strength to the cell by pushing out against the cell wall, in the same way that the air in its car tire helps it support the car. Chloroplast. Chloroplasts are green and surrounded by a double membrane. An important point to note is photosynthesis takes place in the chloroplast. We are now going to move into more detail into the cell membrane. The cell membrane are selectively permeable, which means it allows free movement of gases O2 and CO2 across them, but restricts the movement of other molecules. The movement of substances across the cell membrane occurs by the following mechanisms: diffusion, osmosis, and active transport. We are going to have a look at osmosis. This clip demonstrates osmosis in living cells. The definition of osmosis is the movement of water across a semipermeable membrane from an area of high concentration to an area of low concentration. Now, back to working in pairs and answer the following questions. What is the cell wall made of? In what parts of the cell does photosynthesis take place? And why is there a biodiversity used in the experiment to demonstrate osmosis? After the podcast, you are able to draw and label a plant and animal cell, explain the function of the parts of the plant and animal cells, and to define osmosis.